frozen when heaven extinguished the pyre. But one spark is enough to reignite a revolution. The Bone Shaker, our train, travels the rail connecting our two worlds. The last surviving remains of the pyre drives the heart of our engine. The gilded wing will stop at nothing to destroy it. But the champions of hell will defend what's ours. Because if we don't, there will be nothing left to defend.
Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Monster Train. I know I said we weren't going to have any changes to the channel anytime soon. However, that was before a friend sent me the game Monster Train, and I really got into it. So now I'm sharing it with you guys because this is an excellent little thing that kind of scratches that Slay the Spire itch, but it's also got a little bit of tower defense. It's hard to explain, so we're going to hop right into it because that'll be the easiest way to show it off. Now, I did prepare a run, but I'm going to go ahead and just start a new one. Yeah, that's fine. We'll erase that one. Mainly because I want to show you guys how we can kind of pick from the different houses of hell to decide which one we want to help kind of protect the last pyre of hell. So we have the option of the Hellhorned, rally the aggressive demons of the Scorched Plains, overwhelm Seraph with imps and damaging warriors. This is sort of your base clan. They just have damage and armor, and they're very combat oriented. Then we've got the Awoken. Gather the Awoken of the Wildwood Forest. Hollows and Animus are supported by healing channelers. So they have a lot of the healing spells and things like that, but they also have a lot of spike damage, which is damage that enemies take when they hit you. It's an interesting mechanic. So far, they're one of my favorite clans to play. And then the one I've just most recently unlocked is the Stygian Guard. Draft the support of the Ancient Guard of the Stygian Sea. Magical sirens and ancient totems work together to eradicate the winged from hell. So the Stygian Guard are actually kind of the casters of the game, which makes them super awesome in my book. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Stygian Guard, and we'll probably go with them and the Hellhorned because there's some synergy between these two. We'll get into that more as we actually do our run, though. I'm going to go ahead and start our run. We'll see what cards we get to start with. This is a deck-building game. Okay, so this isn't the worst start, but it's also not what I'd hoped for. There's actually a spell that will stun an entire row, but also cause you to discard a card, or discard all cards in your hand that I was looking for. We didn't get that. Instead, we got Titan's Gratitude, which is a very nice damage spell that does trigger a discard. Discard is actually a good thing for the Stygian because they have a card effect called Offering, where if the card is discarded, it gets played instead. Very, very powerful. The final boss of this run will be Seraph the Temperament. The end is near. This incarnation of Hell's greatest foe will temper the strength of your units. Only the truly determined can survive. So what that means is that this particular version of Seraph will give sap to our allies when they enter the fight, and they'll get sap 3, which means -6 attack power for the first turn, -4 the second, -2 the third, and then it'll fall off. That's not too horrible, to be honest. We won't be playing units so often that that's going to be a problem, I feel like. Hornbreak here is awesome. Piercing means that it ignores armor. Armor does what it sounds like. It absorbs damage without hitting health. And then we have our own ability to apply sap here, which I may just get rid of this. I'm not a huge fan of this card. Like, it does have some uses, but honestly, I'd much rather have the card that dazes an entire row so that they don't attack and causes you to trigger all of your offerings in hand. So we're gonna go ahead and click OK here. This gets us started. That's our train right there. We're gonna head over to the Dark Forge where we can select our starting champion. So every champion has different upgrade paths they can go up, and you can mix and match those upgrade paths to get some very interesting effects. So here our options are: the damage spells cast on the same floor as our champion will cost 1 less energy to cast, or we can go with this particular version, which has sweep, which means they attack all enemies, and whenever they do hit an enemy, they apply spell weakness, which doubles the damage of any spell cast on them, which is very, very strong. The problem with this unit is that since it doesn't have quick, and we cast spells before the combat phase, you really want to put this on the first floor so that you can start casting spells on them on the second floor, which isn't ideal. This one's also not ideal. There's another version that actually applies an effect called Frostbite that does damage over time that I would have rather gotten. But in lieu of getting that, I think what we'll do is we'll go for... This one's actually really powerful, but there's a lot of ways to reduce the cost of your spells in the game, so it's not that powerful, I feel like. I'm gonna go with this one. Mainly because, well, like I said, we'll find plenty of ways to reduce our spell cost as we go forward. Okay, so we pick our first artifact. We have the option of Cleansing Water, 50% chance to remove all buff effects on an enemy unit when it enters your train. That is really strong. Winged Indulgence, enemies get -1 attack power. So both of these are actually really good. I feel like Cleansing Water is going to be way better, though. Some of those enemy effects can be absolutely brutal. Okay, here we go, into our first battle. This is against the Gathered Clergy. Angry hordes are swarming your train. Thin their numbers before they reach your pyre. So they're going to have clergymen here, which have Rage 2. Rage increases their damage by 2, but a stack of it falls off every turn. So essentially, the first turn these guys hit for 5. The second, they hit for 3. The third, they hit for 1. They only have 1 health, though, so they're actually really easy to wreck. And then the boss for this one is Change the Sighted. Relentless means they fight until they're dead, which is what every boss does, and they come in last. You'll understand as we get into it. The other thing that he has is add a Weight of Contrition card to the top of our draw pile. That's a card that'll do damage to our pyre, which is our main health up here. Unless we pay 1 to cast it and get rid of it. Now, every time we do these, they'll either have a bonus effect, or we will have the option of committing to a trial. In this case, if we commit to a trial, we'll get an additional 75 coins, but non-boss enemies will enter with spikes 3 on them. That's actually not too bad, considering, well... Okay, so spikes 3 here means that if our champion hits a row of these clergymen, he'll just die. Or they'll just die. Let me take a look at our deck real quick. I want to see if we have anything that will allow us to just flat out kill all of them without potentially losing our hero. It works really badly against our sweep. I almost feel like it's not worth it. But we're gonna do it anyway, who am I kidding? So we'll do the trial just because I always do the trials. I very, very rarely opt out. In fact, I don't think I've ever opted out. There we go. We removed Spike and Rage from 2 of those guys, so this is actually a much, much better outcome than I'd expected. In this instance, what we're going to do then is we're going to kill the ones that we didn't remove the effects from with our damage spells here, and we are going to go ahead and play our hero, and then we'll put some meat in front of our hero to kind of take damage before they get to our champion. I keep calling it hero, champion. They're interchangeable. So the way this works is their enemies, or their units spawn in. There's a combat round after we play the cards from our hand, they fight each other, and then whatever survives moves on to the next floor, then the next floor, and when they get up here to our pyre, they actually attack the pyre. The way that works is that every enemy that reaches this floor gets to attack, and then the pyre hits back for its damage, which in the case of these guys, even the ones that start out with Rage 2, where they have 5 damage here, by the time they get up here, they only hit for 1 damage, and the pyre will kill all of them in 1 hit. So we honestly don't have to worry about them too much. But here, because of that Cleansing Water, this is just a joke. Like, if we go, we're gonna get 2 damage on this kind of throwaway unit, and then we're just gonna kill everything. Oh, that's... okay. Look at that. That is a beautiful trigger. This guy's really important. He is a collector. They spawn on a random sort of row, and if you kill them, you actually get a certain amount of gold. So we're gonna kill him to ensure that we get that 50 gold. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to kill whichever one still has spikes, and we can do that with Hornbreak here. If we used Frozen Lance, it would kill the first unit, which means that we wouldn't actually get the one we're after. So we're going to kill that one, and then we still have... This is something I didn't talk about, that's floor capacity. See how this guy has these 2 little yellow dots at the top? That's how much capacity he takes up, so we can actually put 1 more Train Steward here, and that gives us a super strong front row. Well, not super strong. I mean, Train Stewards are usually the first cards that I remove from my deck, but until we get something better to replace them, they're fine. Alright, a brief respite. That means that they're not attacking this round. It's just up to us to play whatever we want. In that case, I'm going to put a Train Steward in our second row here, because why not? And all of these damage spells do absolutely nothing for us this round, so we're just basically waiting. Alright, ending the turn. Oh... Okay, so we remove the effect from one of the guys, which means we definitely want to kill the other one. Ideally here, we also want to kill this one so that we can use Titan's Gratitude here, which hits the front line to hit Chains the Sighted. I don't know if that's going to work out with our mana, though. There's a lot we want to do this round. I don't think there's any other minions in our deck than the one that's in our hand, so we definitely want to get this Train Steward down right here. And we also for sure want to get Sap down on this guy so that he doesn't do any damage for the first couple rounds. And then we will see how this goes. You can actually see the outcomes if you look. I usually just play what I know I'm going to play and then let things unfold as they do. So because this is relentless and this is the boss, he's just going to keep fighting with these guys until either he wipes out this row or we kill him. I'm guaranteeing he's going to wipe out this row before we kill him, though, for sure. Yeah, he is pretty low, though. He's low enough that if we get some good spells, we could kill him on this floor. We've got 10 damage just from our guys swinging, and then if we can get enough... Oh, yeah. He's probably dead this floor. So we'll want to play Weight of Contrition unless we're okay taking 3 damage on our Pyre. I'm not 100% against that. More interestingly, if we play Titan's Gratitude and we discard this, that'll actually prevent us, I think, from taking the damage. Oh. Oh, he just died. I forgot. So what happened there, guys, because I'm a spaz and I didn't think about it, is we had applied a whole bunch of stacks of spell weakness, so when we played that 25 damage card, instead of hitting 25, it did it 8 times. So we got 200 damage. Killed him right there. Amazing. So that was awesome. He only made it through 1 row, so we got a really nice bonus from that. Just an all-in-all win there. New clan is unlocked. Oh, sweet, Umbra. Commune with the ancient Umbra Shroud. The original residents of Hell mine the Crucible for precious materials to help in the fight against Seraph. So as you can see, this is kind of a deck-building game. Here we go. We get to pick our new cards. Energy Siphon, apply spell weakness to an enemy unit. This is really, really strong. But it's not... It doesn't say discard a card at random here. If this allows us to pick a card to discard, that's insanely powerful. This is also really powerful, although spell weakness is something we can also get from our champion. And we don't actually have any offering cards yet, which makes that Titan's Tooth very, very good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need that. So offering cards cast if you discard them. This one does 5 damage to enemy units and applies Frostbite 10, which does damage over time. So they'll take 10 the first turn, then a stack will fall off. They'll take 9 the second, so on and so forth. So inherently, if you do the math, this one will do what? Like, a lot. A lot. We'll just call it a lot, because I'm offhand, I'm not going to be able to calculate the damage, because I'm bad at math. Offering token, though, here is super appealing with that discard 1. However, since we don't have an offering card yet, we're going to take Titan's Tooth. And then we get to choose a card from our allied clan. This is the Hellhorned. So the Hellhorned have a bunch of different themes. They have a Rage theme, which is increasing the damage that you deal. They have an Armor theme, but they also have an Imp theme. And the Imp theme is really powerful because there's a card that lets you sacrifice an Imp to draw 2 cards and gain an energy. However, in this instance, we're going to take the Molting Imp because the Molting Imp just deals 5 damage to all enemy units on a row. So you can play him, kill all the weak units on a row, and then the strong units will kill him so that he doesn't end up wasting a slot on whatever row you play him on. So it's almost like a one mana deal 5 to everything spell more than it is a creature. And if we need to later and we get that Sacrifice an Imp spell, we can actually use that too. So we'll take him. All right. And now we get to choose our path. This is where it starts to feel a lot like Slay the Spire. So we can go over to the right here, which will give us a chance to get another Hellhorned unit, as well as visit the Merchant of Magic to upgrade our spells. Or we can head to the left here and upgrade our units and get another Stygian unit. So if we look at our actual units, we don't have very many because the champion is a separate thing. Like, you can't upgrade the champion at that thing. You can only upgrade these regular units. So all we'd be able to upgrade is the Molting Imp, which would be okay because we could, like, take his cost down to 1 or give him attack power and make him actually a threat. There's some cool things we could do with him. But at this point, I think what's more beneficial for us is to be able to, like, set these spells to cost 0. That'd be really powerful. And that would mean going to this side where we get our Merchant of Magic. So we're going to do that. Okay. Merchant of Magic, do what you shall. Okay, so upgrade a spell to gain double stack. So here's how this works. We can purge a card for 50, we can reroll all of these effects for 50, or we can spend these amounts of gold to upgrade a spell. Spells typically have 2 upgrade slots. So in this instance, upgrade a spell to gain double stack. Double stack status effects stacks added by this card are doubled. So we could go ahead and pay 80 gold here, and we could put this on here, and that would give it Frostbite 20. Or we could put it on here and get Sap 6. Obviously, Frostbite 20 seems really, really good, so we're gonna go for that. And then we'll use the Emberstone to reduce the cost of any one of our spells by 1. I'm not going to use it on the Titan's Tooth because the goal with the Titan's Tooth is to use the Offering to play it more than anything else. We could use it on Hornbreak here, but I honestly think that we're best off just using it on Titan's Gratitude. Getting Titan's Gratitude down to 0 makes it an incredibly powerful card. And then this one will upgrade a spell with plus 20 magic power and Consume. Consume means that once it's used, it's removed from your deck for the remainder of that round. That one's a little bit tougher. Like, we could go with this, and that wouldn't be terrible. But I really dislike Consume in a deck like this. I guess we could use it on that, and that wouldn't be incredibly horrible. But Consume is just it's a very rough effect to deal with. I guess we'll go with this. This is fine. This is fine. And then we'll re-roll here. The reason we're re-rolling is because then we can get 3 more effects and then reapply those. Oh, I wish I'd have got that Permafrost sooner. So we can upgrade another spell to cost 1 less. I think what I'll probably do with that is make it so that our Consume spell is 0, potentially. That would be kind of powerful. Or we could take our other Titan's Gratitude to 0. That's actually a better idea. Let's do that. So we can guarantee some pretty heavy damage. And then we have a Power Stone, which will let us upgrade a spell with 10 additional damage. Now, we could put that on here, get that up to 35, but that would be kind of bad since this consumes. Instead, what I'll do is I'll put it here so we have another piercing 15 damage. Because these are so powerful now, we may want to start getting rid of these torches. Or we may want to get rid of the ones that just hit the front row enemy for 6, because those are actually less useful than the torches in a lot of cases. This is nice. This guy right here is a really decent tanky unit that we can put in front of our champion. So we'll go ahead and grab him. And then on to our next battle. Let's see what our trial is this time. Non-aggressive amulet. Non-boss enemies, or aggressive amulet rather, non-boss enemies get +4 combat power. So that's actually kind of scary. These pyre-sensitive attackers are heavy hitters and get stronger when spells are cast. Use your spells wisely. Okay, so that means they have this effect, Incant, which is they get +1 attack power every time we cast a spell. That's really rough. These guys are not a problem. We can kill them in the back row pretty easily. And this guy is kind of a problem. He has spikes, so when we hit him, we actually take damage. He also has 200 health, so he's very difficult to beat down. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? We're gonna take the trial. 9 times out of 10 when I fail a run, it's because I took a trial I shouldn't have. This could be that trial, by the way. This is a bad trial for us, to be honest. Okay. So step 1 is definitely to kill the healer. That is going to give him a little bit more attack power, which might have been a mistake. We're definitely not going to be... Actually, you know what? This is fine. We'll throw the Train Steward out here so that he can die pretty quickly. Yeah, that's fine. We'll let him die, and that'll clear up a spot for him. Train Stewards are basically throwaway units anyway. They're just not very good, to be 100% honest. And now this guy has spell weakness, so we can just kill him next turn with a spell really, really easily. Oh, okay. That is more interesting. I would really like the Titan's Tooth here just to clear this entire row. But I think instead what we'll do is we will... Oof, this is tough. This is tough. We'll go ahead and kill that guy. He's gonna get more attack power, which doesn't matter because he's not fighting anything. We might let him go for one more round. He does have spell weakness, so we know that he's kind of vulnerable in the least of cases. Okay, so let's do this. Kill this guy, we reduce attack. And then if we Titan's Gratitude and get lucky here and hit the Titan's Tooth... Actually, why would we even play to get lucky there when we can just do this? Sure, you can have 9 strength. There's nothing here for you to hit. Then we do this. And beautiful. So he got frostbited. He does have 9 attack, but he's going to waste it all killing the Train Steward here. He's also got 20 frostbite, so he's dead at the end of the turn. Or before the end of the turn, I guess. This guy's still kind of a threat, but considering that we now have Hornbreak, he's not at all. Like, we'll just kill him. Okay, well, threat finished, guys. Threat over. So we'll put that one down, and then we'll throw another Train Steward down here. We're honestly just using them as chump blockers to keep our units that actually matter alive. Final wave already. Okay. That was way faster than I had thought it would be. Interesting. So here we most distinctly want to kill this. We really, really can't afford to take damage from that on a repeat of any kind. And then in this instance, it's a little bit tougher because there's not a whole lot we can do here that's of value. We throw another Train Steward down here. We could play a Frozen Lance and then Titan's Gratitude, I guess. The Molting Imp I would have liked to have used here to kill both of the back row guys, but that's just not going to happen because we don't have the space. So Titan's Gratitude, that's fine. And you can see this little X right here means that when the battle commences, we're going to kill him on the first floor. In contrast, we're going to lose this guy immediately, and then this guy's going to take 33 damage before everything over here is dead. In theory, that's what we're seeing. That seems... maybe that's just for the next round, but it's weird that we're seeing this guy is flat out dead right here too, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Oh, that's why. That's why. For one thing, we bumped him back, which means that we're able to kill the frontline guy. And he actually has really low damage, so he's got to push through the high armor of this unit, and we're just going to keep beating him down in the meantime. This is actually beautiful. We took a really rough trial here, and it was a joke. Also, this Cleansing Water, guys, I love this. This thing is insanely powerful. Oh, he didn't get spikes! He didn't get spikes because of the Cleansing Water. That is a huge bonus. Oh my. Okay, I feel like we're gonna win this run now. I feel like just because of Cleansing Water, we're gonna win this run. Look at that. 3-turn boss rush, trial bonus, huge, huge score there, and we also got a clan pack, an allied clan pack, and a unit draft. Very nice. So for our clan pack here, we can get another Titan's Tooth, which isn't a bad idea. We can get an Energy Siphon, which is also not a bad idea. Or we can get a Flash Freeze, which is, once again, not a bad idea. I think I'm gonna go for Titan's Tooth here, though, just because I want another offering card, and then we have our allied clan pack here. And there's nothing great in here. The Fledgling Imp isn't really a great imp for this deck. Hornbreak's not terrible, and Hidden Passage is just kind of meh. It lets you move a unit between bottom row to mid row to top row. It's not great, though. Like, I don't really feel like... I guess we take Hornbreak again. Like, that's not bad. Okay, so here we get some interesting cards. Guard of the Unnamed is actually really good. He has Incant, gain armor 3, so every time we cast a spell, he'll gain armor 3. This guy is more of a hitter. I had hoped to get the armor variant of this guy instead, but still, this guy is a hitter. He's pretty decent. I feel like this is a better choice, though. I'm gonna go for this guy because we can put him on the front row in front of our champion, and then every time we cast the spell, he's gonna gain a little bit more armor, and that armor is gonna do a very good job of keeping the enemies from kind of getting through that first row. So we have a Merchant of Magic and a Pyre Remains, which will restore 20 health to our Pyre, which is undamaged. So we really don't want to go this way, even though the Merchant of Magic is really good. I think we'll end up going this way. The Hellvent allows us to duplicate any one card. Typically, we're going to use this to duplicate a card that is already leveled up and powerful. Getting another Hornbreak here wouldn't be bad, but I think in this case we might actually take another Rail Beater because he is really, really good for us. Oof, that's tough. That's tough. It's still a better value, I feel like, to get another one of our upgraded cards than it is to necessarily get him, but he's such a good unit. I think we'll just do that. We'll get another Rail Beater. That way we can almost ensure that we're going to get him in time to kind of keep our champion alive. And then we will check this out, and we got a Steelworker. That's the one I wanted. At the end of every round, because of the Resolve ability, he gains 5 armor. So, oh no, I didn't mean to click that. I just skipped it and got coins instead. Why? Why did I misclick? Oh well, we still have a good deck. It'll be fine. Anyways, the idea would have been to get that guy. So when you get the guy that gets armor at the end of every round, you put this guy in the front of the row. He has 25 armor to stave off people killing your units. You put the guy who gains armor every round in the middle of the row so that he can stack armor for the final boss round, and then you put your champion on the back row and they just sweep and apply spell weakness, and that's a really good combination. Concealed Caverns is essentially an event node. So we're going to go through this, and I am going to not misclick. The remains of Armageddon litter the icy landscape. Both Winged and Hellborn lie peacefully in their final resting place of snow. The train finally comes to halt near fallen soldiers from both sides. Did they really believe in what they were doing? Was either side justified in this fight? But it's all irrelevant now. Survival is the only thing that matters. Besides, the weapons they've left behind may prove to be of some use in the battles ahead. What do you salvage from the ancient fights? get the sword. Get Most Blessed Sword. Okay. So, Purge, once played, this card is removed from your deck for the rest of the run. Deal 10x damage to enemy units. Oh, wow. So, if we put 4 mana into this, it does 40 damage. And then it gets removed from the deck. That's not great, in my opinion. Apply 3x damage shield. That's actually super OP. Kill a non-basic unit. Or a non-boss unit, rather. This, to me, seems like the most OP, because essentially it's 3x damage shield. Damage shield just nullifies the next source of damage. So if we threw that on our champion, it would keep our champion alive. Like, if we put 3 mana into this, it'd keep the champion alive for, like, 9 turns. That's insane against a boss, so I think we're going to take that. Take several attempts to bring the shield into the Bone Shaker, but once you do, you're able to marvel at the sheer size and durability of it. It didn't seem to protect the poor souls you took it from, but hopefully it can serve you better. I don't know how they lost with that shield, to be honest. That shield is oomph. Okay, and we continue on. Oh, that misclick hurts so bad, though, guys. That misclick divinely hurts. Daedalus, creator of the devices used by the disciples, this disgraced professor has arrived in hell to support Seraph and the Winged with explosive devices. Explosive sigil. Enemy units deal 1 damage to the front unit on death. This is basically insignificant. And what he does is he flies between the different rows, and every round he'll spawn a bomb that explodes and does 10 damage to the first unit on our side. So the bombs are something we'll want to take out with spells to keep them from massively damaging our units, but this actual effect right here, Explosive Sigil, is basically unimportant. Yeah, pretty unimportant. So right here, for example, we can go ahead and do... Oof. We only have 5 slots, which works because this only takes up 1. That's amazing. So we'll go like this. We'll go like this. And then we'll put down Tethys. And then we have 1 mana left, and we'll use that to go ahead and kill one of these guys. And in the process, we will trigger the effect from this, which will deal 1 damage to this shark guy, but the shark guy is going to absorb it because he gains 3 armor. Yeah, so he's going to take minus 12 damage, which is actually unfortunate here. I wish we could swap these now that I think about it, but it is what it is. He'll take 12 here, it won't kill him, it'll be fine. I really should have put the guy with more armor in front, though, now that I think about it. Oof. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I really need to cast a lot of spells to get this guy armored up here this round. Okay. Not what I was anticipating, but not bad. So there's no point in us putting the Rail Beater down up here, because he's just going to eat damage from this unless we take the time to kill it, which is not actually something that we want to do. So... let's see. What do we want to do? Well, we want to play all of our cards so that we can Titan's Tooth here. For free. But I can't ensure that in any way, shape, or form. So what I'm going to do, unless I play the Rail Beater down on one of these other floors, and I don't want to play him here and just give up 10 of his armor for nothing. I guess if we really want to ensure success, we could put the Rail Beater up here. And then do Titan's Gratitude. Okay, so we cleared the entire row, and now because Daedalus was behind them, we're actually going to get to hit him. He also has Frostbite 10, which means that he's going to start taking damage every turn. Alright, that explodes, does nothing. Hit Daedalus for 5, 10, and then another 5 plus some more Frostbite. Amazing. And he got spell weakness that round too, which is really nice. Okay, so now that this is here, we do need to kill this before it actually manages to hit our Rail Beater. We can kill it with the Molting Imp if we want to, though. That's actually not a bad call right here. Yeah, let's do that. So the Molting Imp's also going to apply a damage to him. That doesn't count as spell damage too, so it doesn't eat our spell weakness there. So let's do this. If we do that, we're going to get a considerable amount of damage because of that spell weakness. Well, we're gonna get a little bit more damage. We're gonna get 4, so it's not that much. Probably better off just using these here, to be honest, because it's gonna give more armor on this front guy, and then we'll Titan's Gratitude here. That'll kill that, or at least get very close to killing it, as well as putting Frostbite 20 on both of these units. So we should kill them off before they get anywhere, and we do get to attack him because he stayed in that row. Oh yeah, this is going splendidly right now. This is going very, very nicely. And this thing will die on its own in 2 rounds just from frostbite, so I'm not really worried about it. This is more problematic. Of course, we don't draw an AoE spell right now when we really need it. Okay. So what can we do here that is most beneficial? Well, for one, we can kill that, and that's gonna prevent it from doing 10 to him. Now, he's gonna take 20 damage as it stands right now. That is before we cast Sap, though. So what we could do here... I mean, honestly, we can do this. That's fine. Let's cast Sap right here on one of these units. Doesn't really matter which one, I don't think, but we'll go ahead and cast it on the farthest back one just because that's going to not only give him some more armor and keep them from doing enough damage to get through his armor, it's also going to reduce the damage incoming, which is nice. We're not going to cast Thy Holiest Shield because we have 0 left anyway and we don't need it. Alright, get him, guys. So she dies from the frostbite. And then here, we're just going to clear this row out once this happens, because we do have the sweep effect on our champion, and the sweep effect will kill all of these guys. And it'll also put another spell weakness on Daedalus. Okay. And Daedalus is going to put himself in the middle row here. Now, we don't have to kill this thing off. It will kill the Trained Steward if we don't, but it's not a necessity. So we really get to think about how we want to do this. I definitely want to cast that here. I definitely want to cast this. Now, this unit will go, and when it goes, it'll heal for 5. I mean, if we do that, it's not going to kill... Decisions. Daedalus does have spell weakness 2, so if we went here, he would take a considerable amount of damage. That might actually just be worth it in its own right. Yeah, just hit him for 75 there to weaken him. And then we'll go ahead and hit this. And then here, it doesn't really matter what we put in front of this guy. He's going to kill whatever it is. So that's fine. Let him kill it. Not a big deal. Okay. Knock that thing back, and there we go. Gosh, that sweep is so powerful, guys. So very, very powerful. This is the final wave, so we really need to kill Daedalus here. And I think we can... Oh, ouch. We don't actually have anything that will trigger Titan's Tooth as an offering. So it becomes a question of whether or not we want to stack as much damage as possible or just throw the Titan's Tooth. And I think in this instance we want a Titan's Tooth here and aim for that 20 Frostbite. The problem is that if we cast a bunch of these one-cost spells, we will gain... How much? We'll gain 9 armor, which buys us one more turn before he breaks through this guy. Which would basically give us more of the spell weakness for next round. However, I do feel like this is still a pretty good option here. Let's do this. Let's do this. I have confidence in the Frostbite here. We're not going to kill him on this floor, though. We already know that for sure. But we are going to be able to put a bunch of spell weakness on him, and that spell weakness is going to make him really easy to kill when he gets up to the next floor. Yeah, he's at 4 spell weakness right now. 5 spell weakness. Oh, he's dead next round no matter what. So he's going to survive to get to the next round, and then he's just going to die. Actually, that'll probably do it right there. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, so we lost 1 floor to him, but it wasn't that big of a deal. We still get a decent bonus because it was a 2-turn boss rush. We get a rare pack, a unit draft, and major enhancement. Okay, harness the Titan, enhance all spells in hand with +5 magic power. That's alright. Sap and Frostbite times X, that's alright. Consume double armor on a unit. That's pretty strong, but it's also really expensive. I think out of all of these, that Harness the Titan is probably the best here. I wonder if we wouldn't be able to get quite a bit out of Spike of the Stygian, though. I think we'll go with Harness the Titan, though. I feel like that extra magic power is going to add up more over time. Okay, this is actually a really good choice for us. We can get another one of the guys who gains armor when we cast spells on his floor. That is problematic, though, because if you have those on 2 floors, then you're trying to split your spells between those 2 floors to get the maximum value, and that doesn't seem very good. The Icy Siliphyte here, though, will apply spell weakness and has sweep as well, so she's very much like our champion, except for there's a way for us to actually make her better than the champion, so I'm going to get her. And then for this, we can add one more slot to the floors. Let me see. What does the Siliphyte take? Is she a 1 or a 2? So she's a 2. But we also have this guy that's a 1. So we don't necessarily need this one. We can draw an extra card per turn. That's not a bad thing. Or we can get an extra mana to spend. I feel like the extra mana is still going to be the best option for us right here. In some cases, though, it's definitely going to be the unit size per floor that's going to be a better option. So here we can get the Merchant of Steel, a Stygian Banner, and an Unstable Vortex that lets us remove 2 cards we don't want to draw. But on the other side, we get more coins, we get an artifact, and we get 20 pyre health, but we already have maximum pyre health, so this is basically wasted. I don't necessarily want to pass on an artifact, but I think we're going to go this way anyway. This Merchants of Steel thing is actually very, very good, and this is why. Upgrade a unit with Quick. So if we give her Quick, that means that she will be able to sweep the entire floor right at the beginning of the round. There are surprisingly large numbers of enemies that only have 1 health, so she'll clear all those enemies right away. She'll also apply spell weakness before they can kill her, and we can go ahead and upgrade her with Battlestone here as well, and then we're talking about a lot more damage. Yeah, we're talking about a lot more damage there. 6 to everything before they get a chance to swing is very, very good. Upgrade a unit with Rage 7, that's also not a bad effect to have. Who do we put that on, though? I think on this unit it's pretty good, but it's also really good on this unit as well, so... that's tough. That's tough. This one, I think, has more life in it over the long term, but I mean, this one's more likely to last the 7 turns, so I think we put the Rage on him, and then we can purge a card if we want to, but there's no real need to do that. If we re-roll here, we can buy another 20 cost effect, which is great. We'll do that. And then we can upgrade a unit to have 10 more attack. I think we'll put that on this guy so he can actually hit hard. Perfect. And we are broke now. We've spent everything, but we have an Unstable Vortex here that will allow us to move unwanted card or remove unwanted cards. And right now, I think the only cards that really fall under unwanted, like things I'm not really glad to see, are these. And the reason why is because they don't let you target an enemy. They hit the first enemy. Even these torches right here that only deal 2 damage, they're actually a little bit stronger because they let you target a specific enemy, so you can take out weak trouble enemies. Incant gain Rage 1. That's good, but I feel like the Guard of the Unarmed is much better. And then we get to upgrade our champion. Awesome. Okay, so we can upgrade our champion to apply spell weakness 2 to the attack units, or we can make damage spells cast on the floor -1 to cast. We actually haven't gotten a ton of spell reduction yet, so we could do this one pretty reasonably. Spell weakness 2, though, is also very, very strong. I think we'll do this one. I think the additional mana is potentially going to be more helpful in the long run. Clipped Guard. These clipped grow in strength each time they ascend your train. Take them out before they become unstoppable. So this is the boss. He is a Pyrelite Master. He has Resolve, gain 5 attack. Oh, that's not good. That is real not good. The Light Harnesser here is Resolve, gain 3 attack. Also not good. The Clipped Defender is Armor 50, 10 health, 0 attack. So this guy is actually just there to prevent other units from getting killed. Enemy units enter with armor 15. That's a little bit, like, this guy bugs me. He's legitimately dangerous as he gets so much stronger every single round. I don't think this is a good plan. I think for once I'm gonna pass on the trial. It's also just 150 coins. I'm gonna pass on the trial on this one. I think if we take the trial on this one, this is where our run ends. Okay, so Railbeater, Tethys Titanbane, that seems pretty cut and dry. We've also got Hornbreak here, and now Torch as well, that are 0 cost, so let's go ahead and nail that guy with Hornbreak, nail another guy with that, and then honestly, we could put him in front just to absorb damage until he dies, because frankly, the Titan, or the Train Stewards aren't that useful. That's fine. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Killed that guy off. This guy's still alive. Another 2 of those guys. See, if we'd have given them that plus power here, it would hurt really, really bad. Okay. So here, we can do this. We can also do this. And then we can honestly leave that row alone, and it would be fine. Yeah, we're gonna leave that row alone. It'll be fine. We'll cast this here. We will Horn Break. We probably should have put this guy with Incant down here, but we had this other guy down here already. That's fine. Let it go. It's all good. Okay, so he's gonna get a little bit more attack power. We're not really worried about that, because he's got spell weakness now, I'm pretty sure, so we'll just kill him on the next floor. Yeah. This is actually going fine. I'm glad we didn't make the mistake of giving them that additional thing, though, because that would have been really bad. Okay, so for our last floor here, let's go... I kind of want to save this guy to put down here, but we don't have any way to get rid of our own train steward. So there's not a whole lot of value there. I guess we do this. Like, we're gonna end up with a really, really strong top floor. Yeah, we'll just do this. We'll end up with a really strong top floor. Honestly, at this point, we can kind of put whatever wherever. We're really overall in a good position. Oh yeah, that was pro play right there. Knocking him to the back like that was just awesome. We're gonna do that again, apparently. So in this instance, we do need to get Titan's Tooth off on this round, if at all possible. And that's mainly because these guys hit really, really hard. They're gonna kill this guy if we don't cast any spells to help him. We could also cast Harnessing the Titan. What's weird here is that Harnessing the Titan should cost 1 less, but it doesn't. Damage spell. Oh, it's only damage spells. Okay, that explains it. So here we could do this. We could also do that right here. And then prevent him from potentially taking at least 1 of the hits he would take, so he's only going to take 5 and survive. That seems good. Yeah, so now this guy will survive. We'll go ahead and cast Drain on one of these guys. Oh, that was not what I was going for, but I guess that works. And then we'll cast Harnessing the Titan on this floor as well, just to give him some more armor, and then here we'll just Titan's Gratitude. Okay. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to happen, but it still works out fine. We'll probably end up killing most of these guys by Frostbite, yeah. And the big shield guys right there, the guys with the stone tablets, they don't matter at all anyway. Like, if they make it to the pyre room, they just die to the pyre, because they don't have any attack damage. Oh, a brief respite, that's perfect. These guys all have spell weakness now, so if we were to cast this, we just instantly kill him, which seems good. And then we could go ahead and torch another enemy here, which also seems good. This guy will die naturally, and we don't really need to cast him, but we could put him down here just as a chump blocker. I think that's okay. We're mainly worried now about the boss coming in, because I have to believe the boss is coming in probably right after this respite. But I can't say for sure. Yeah, there we go. There's the boss. See, normally he would hide behind this guy, but because of him, we're going to knock that guy to the back, and it's just going to be kind of hilarious in the long run. Okay, so we really, really want to be able to hit this, but we also want to be able to drain him. So, oh, beautiful. That was like the perfect luck right there. In that case, I guess we just... I'm not even worried about this guy. Like, we don't need to waste damage on him. We're just going to put all of our damage on the boss. And then we don't need to play our Train Steward because there's really nowhere for him to get played. So here we have some interesting stuff Actually, no, we don't. This is fine. I was like, here they might actually get through and hit our pyre. They're not hitting our pyre. They're dead. And now it just comes down to this. We're probably not going to kill him on this floor, though, if I had to guess. I can't say for sure because he does have sap on, but I don't think we're going to kill him on this floor. Oh, and they are going to swap those back and forth, which is annoying, but whatever. We did still kill him, so The tanky guy is gone. But his power is going to get higher every one of these rounds, so... Or is it not? Wait, what's going on? He's supposed to... Is it only at the end of a round? So, like, it's going to stay at 6 this entire... Okay. You guys see that spell weakness, right? Spell weakness of 10. If we don't kill him this round, we're definitely killing him before he hits the pyre room. Spell weakness of 10 right now. We're going to cast this. It's going to increase the damage of all of the spells that we play on him. We definitely want to make sure that we play Titan's Gratitude, though, because it's going to get multiplied by 10, which means that he'll probably die just from that. Yeah. And he's dead. That spell weakness, though. Wow. That multiplicative effect is insane. Okay, Frenzied Swarm is one that I definitely want. Glacial Seal's also really good, especially with it being a 1-point thing. It gives Frostbite 2 every time you cast a spell, so you put that in your back row and you just put damage over time on everything. This is also great. Permafrost means that it stays in your hand until you want to play it. It silences all abilities. Very, very powerful. But the Frenzied Swarm here is the one that I want for sure, because that will guarantee that you hit your offerings and also prevent enemies from attacking for 1 round. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Impressive. Sacrifice an imp, deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. So that's one of those cards that plays into that imp synergy. There's also Battering Ram, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 4 times the amount of armor on friendly units. We have quite a few armored units here. What makes this really, really strong, though, is that you can upgrade it to cost only 1, and then that 4 times also gets multiplied by the spell weakness, so these are really hard choices. This one takes less work to become good, but it's also much more situational. I think we'll take Battering Ram. That's fine. Oh, okay. More remains of Armageddon are found in the snow, eerily similar to before. Have you been here already, or is the carnage so widespread that it's all become noise to you? But you see something you've not seen before, a glowing relic among the dark figures. Perhaps it can help you to make this war a distant memory. Hope for peace. Cards with Purge have Consume instead. You know what's better than Damage Shield X? Damage Shield X Consume instead of Purge. Oh my. We're very happy with that outcome. We still haven't taken any damage at all to our pyre yet. This is an insane run, guys. This is an insane run. Eternal Stone, upgrade a spell to remove Consume and cost 1 more. Oh, it's too good. It's too good, guys. It's too good. Upgrade a spell to cost 1 less. That's perfect. Let's go for Battering Ram here. Upgrade a spell with plus 20 magic power and Consume. We don't actually have the coins to do it. That's okay. We would have had the coins there if we took that trial on the previous round, but it wasn't worth. Unstable Vortex here we can use to get rid of a couple of things. Not entirely sure if there's anything I really want to toss right now. Like, everything kind of works, right? Frozen Lance still isn't great. Remove one of those for sure. And I guess we could cut a Train Steward, because at this point we don't really need to hold on to all of those. They're really the worst units we can draw in our deck. And here's another event. Oh boy, this is interesting. A Penance Yard comes into view, a truly terrible sight. Dead Hellborn from across the 9 rings of hell are strung up as atonement just for existing. At the base of these awful contraptions are some familiar blights, but peeking through you can see something of value underneath the rubble. The one with the Ember. So this would give us Calcified Ember, which has Purge, and the Ember Stasis artifact, which is playing a Blight card, deals 100 damage to the front enemy unit. So basically this is pay 3, 100 damage, remove it from the game. Which isn't great, but it's actually not removed from the game because now it has Consumed, so wow, that's really good. Deadweight is when summoned, friendly units get +1 attack for every Blight card in your deck. That would insert 3 copies of Deadweight, which are unplayable, unpurgeable cards that don't do anything. And then there's the Broken Shard. When you play your first Blight card each turn, restore 5 pyre health. This is usually the one I take, but we've taken no pyre damage here, so there's actually no reason to pick that. I think this is, like, really, really good. Especially if we can reduce the cost of those blights. I don't know if we can, though. This is also really, really good. That's tough. That's actually kind of tough. I think I'll take this. I think that's gonna play better with our deck. You inspect what looks to be Ember, but are disappointed to find that it's been hardened into something else. Luckily, some of it has regained power over time, though in very different ways. It's only really good because we have that thing that makes it so that Purge cards are only consumed. I swear, guys, I didn't orchestrate this run. This is nuts. We're on tier 5. Okay, so let's move in. Non-boss enemy units get +6 attack. I'm fine with that. We'll kill them before it's an issue. Crystal Cloak, Relentless, Stealth 8. Stealth, not a target in combat, loses 1 stack every turn. Okay. That's not fun. Sycophant here is when it dies, give +2 attack to all friendly units. And then the Overcharged Tank is Harvest, triggers when a unit on this floor dies, he gains 10 armor. So basically these guys are a major, or that's the boss. That's the boss, okay. Wait, what? How is the boss not a target in combat? What? Harvesters of Death. Death-obsessed clipped who gain strength with every kill. I'm super confused. I'm super confused about how we're supposed to kill that if it's not a target in combat. That is terrifying, to be 100% honest. Okay, so we'll put that down. Put that down. We could play one of these and just instantly kill this guy, to be honest. Oh wait, no, it does it to the front unit, right? So we play that, kill him. And we still kill this guy. Oh my. Oh my. This is gonna be a fun run. This is gonna be a fun run. Okay, so... Oof. These are some very interesting decisions we have to make here. Let's do... We definitely want his money, which to get it, we have to play something that costs at least 1. So I'm gonna play her right here. Then we come down here. We definitely want to kill this guy, which is gonna cost us 3. Okay, and then we can just use this to kill the unit that does damage. That was a funny round. Like, both of these rounds have been kind of joke rounds at this point. Alright, next row. Okay, so this is actually a little bit more of a threat, because now that big defensive guy actually does damage. However, if we were to do this... Actually, do we imp here? No, because we have the Titan's Tooth, we have the Drain. Let's do this. Let's torch that. Let's go ahead and... It sucks to do this, like, wasting the imp, but if we don't waste the imp, then we can whiff the Titan's Tooth here. And I'd rather get the Drain plus Titan's Tooth than I would store the imp up. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the imp here, and then I'm gonna hit the Drain right here on whichever enemy is the strongest and least likely to die, which is probably gonna be this guy. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So we managed to keep all of our, well, not all of our, but the majority of our armor on that unit, as well as on the other guy that gets armor every time we cast. This is a little bit more problematic now with these guys being on the second row. However, they're probably not going to be that hard to kill off anyway. Especially not when we can second row this guy here. Yeah, this is going to be pretty simple, in my opinion, to deal with. This row is a little bit more of a problem at the moment, so we're going to do that to kill that unit and make sure we get a little armor. And then up here, we can just do this. And now that guy's going to die immediately. This guy won't die immediately, but will die this round relatively easily. We are going to lose the imp, but we're not worried about that. We'll go ahead and cast that there just to give him a little bit more armor. There we go. Seems good. Seems good. I'm still worried about this boss, though. This boss is, like, the scariest part of this particular one. A brief respite. Give me one of the Purge Stone things. I need to kill him. Give me the Purge Stone thing. No Purge Stone. Okay, so... Dead? This guy's now tougher, but... And also, I should have done this first, to be honest, and I should do it on this floor so that he gets a little stronger. And then... Oh, because I did that, I can't Titan's Tooth now. That's unfortunate. And he's too sizable of a unit to put there. So I guess we'll put the Train Steward on floor 3. This guy's actually kind of a concern, but he should have spell weakness 1 by the time he hits the next floor. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's got spell weakness 1. If we get one of our good spells, he's gonna hurt. What a time, guys. What a time to draw Frenzied Swarm, let me tell you. So let's do this. We need to save at least 1 mana for Frenzied Swarm here. That wasn't exactly how much damage. It looks like he's actually going to get through and potentially hit our pyre here, but the pyre will probably kill him on the first round. So that's also not the end of the world. Okay, so we frostbit him and dazed him for 1 round, so he's not going to actually move past us or anything. Oh, they lost stealth. It doesn't matter. They lost stealth. They're going to get wrecked. We're going to lose all 3 of these units, but they're going to take about 214 damage before then, and who knows how many stacks of spell weakness. So the worst thing is that this guy's probably going to get through and hit our pyre. Alright, let's see. How much spell weakness can we stack before it goes down? And do we have Purge Stones left? We can't tell there. We have 1 Calcified Ember left. Okay, if we pull the Calcified Ember next round, it's just over. This thing dies, and they won't actually hit our Pyre Stone either. Oh, no, they will. They will. Okay. 2 hits on the Pyre Stone. It's alright. It had to happen at some point, right? Please, please, please. Oh, it didn't give it to us. That's a sad time right there. Didn't give it to us. Thankfully, they do still have 6 spell weakness, so we can take off a lot of damage. Still not quite enough to kill them, though, unfortunately. But we do have another one of these as well, provided it doesn't get discarded, so that's good. I probably could have played the Incant guy up here, but honestly, this is fine. We have to be able to kill it next round, so it's going to make it to the 3rd tier, but it's not likely that it'll hit our Pyre Stone. Especially not with the spell weakness being stacked. Pretty much any spell in our deck that does damage will kill this now. Or any 2 at worst. So, yeah. Dead. Okay. So they got 2 hits in on the Pyre Stone for the first time. We actually lose a little bit of score for that, but that's whatever. We got a lot of money, though. We got a lot of money, and we got some new cards. Incant, apply armor 1 to friendly units. To friendly units. Units. It's multiple units. How good is that, guys? We're taking that. Okay. Sacrifice an imp, gain 2 energy, draw 1 card. Yup. Take. Take. So where are we now? Pretty good spot. We're on the 6th row, and we are... Oh, wow. We're already at an hour's time. Okay, so maybe we'll do 1 more, and then we'll finish this run off next time, which is going to be weird, because I'm going to have to save this run until the next time I record this. Maybe I'll pre-record, because I want to finish this amazing run we're on. So anyways, for the first time, we actually do want to get Pyre Remains. There's also upgrades for units over there, which isn't a bad thing. Over here, we'd get to remove some cards, which isn't really great. We get some additional money, and we get a Trinket Merchant. Ooh, that's appetizing. But I think we'll go here just to get that Pyre Stone health for starters. And then we'll check out this event. What do we got? Give me something good. As you pass a train graveyard, you notice several of your fallen allies. Within the beasts of gnarled steel lie now extinguished pyre shards. Even further inside the rubble, you can make out some last protected treasures. Perhaps if you were to relight the pyre shards using some of your own, the trains would reveal their value. Okay, so we can get a Heartstone, which upgrades a unit with plus 25 health. We can get Blood for Blood. When your pyre kills a unit, restore 5 pyre health. Ooh, that's good. The Large Shard. Friendly units gain plus 10 health, and Heartless cannot be healed. We don't have any heals? Yeah, let's take that. Okay, that was worth That was totally worth. And then we have Merchant of Steel, so we can upgrade our units further. Oh, we can upgrade a unit with Quick. Who's getting Quick? Quick is an incredible ability. The only issue is who's going to get it, and I think it's going to be this guy. Seems good. And then we have a Battle Stone here, which will also allow us to give +5 attack and 10 health to somebody. I think giving that to one of our rail beaters makes the most sense. Maybe this one. And then we also have the Fury Stone here, which gives Rage 7, which we can apply to whoever. And I think in this case, giving that to the rail beater that doesn't already have Rage... What happens if you give it to... Rage 14? Okay. I'm gonna give it to this one, though. Because I feel like that's better to spread that wealth around a little bit, and then we can re-roll. And we get an Eternal Stone, which gives Endless. When this unit dies, return its card to the top of the draw pile. Oh yes. Oh yes, please. Recurring 5 damage to every enemy. 1 second, folks. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Okay, so I am back, and we're looking at what we want to put the Eternal Stone on. I feel like giving it to this guy is just a good deal. Giving it to him's not bad either. 5 damage to every enemy is great. It's the problem of having that one slot. So I think we're going to give it to him. Lovely. Then we have another Battle Stone or another Rage 7. I feel like Battle Stone here is the best choice. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that. And we will play this one last round, and then I'm going to call this episode. Apologies for it running long, folks. This is honestly the best run I've ever had, so... Okay, Fell the Wings of Light. This clipped warrior has become winged once more, creating statues in her former image to block your assault. Eternal Crest. Alabaster Guardians have Spell Shield 5. Fell empowers units with armor. Okay, that's whatever. So Alabaster Guardians will spawn on every floor of our train here. It's almost a nod back to Doctor Who, if you guys get what I'm talking about. They're just going to hang out there. They get Spell Shield 5, which means we can't burn them down easily with spells. But they don't have any attacks, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. This is going to be a really rough first round for them. This is going to be a really rough first round for them. They did give all their units armor 10, though, which is kind of annoying. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter which one of these we hit with this. We'll just go with that one. And then, because we can just apply this to whatever we want. Oh, it's so good, guys. We can apply that to whatever we want, and it just gets shuffled back into our deck anyway. So damage shield, damage shield, damage shield. We took no damage that round. We didn't kill everything, though. These guys are going to move up to the next row, which is problematic. As long as we... Oh, come on! That was garbage. That's what that was. It's actually not terrible, though. It's actually not terrible. There's a reason for that. So now we've got him down there. We can go ahead and put him down. What is he... This, okay, so he's got Heartless and Quick. Oh, Quick is nice here. So we're gonna go here. So we're only gonna get to choose between either Drained or Frenzied Swarm. We definitely want a Frenzied Swarm on this floor and hit the Titan's Tooth. If we drain here, there's a chance we ditch the Titan's Tooth, though, and these guys will get through. Which is what I don't want to happen. So... we do this. Alright, that works. I'm good with that. I'm very good with that. So now it doesn't even matter if these guys get through. They're hardly going to do much damage anyway. I could still Frenzied Swarm if I want, but I think it's better to Frenzied Swarm here. Yeah. Alright, this is going to be fine. They're going to hardly do any damage, and then they're going to die from Frostbite. And in the meantime... we're also going to be able to wreck these guys down here. Yeah, this is hilarious at this point. Hilarious. Oh no, she gave armor to the statue that does no damage, guys. I'm not sure how we're going to respond to that. I don't really have a solution for dealing with the statue that does no damage having armor. It's really, really tough. I think I'm gonna cry here in a minute. Let's put this guy down here. And then we have Horn Break here that we can use on whatever. Like it, let's do it on this. And he's dead. Beautiful. Okay, so... God, this is gonna be a long, long video. Maybe I'll cut this one. That seems like a better idea. Let's cut this one into pieces. Alright. That's perfect. Calcified embers everywhere. I love it. Do we have the room to put him down here? We do. Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's Molten Imp here to get some extra damage. And then if we calcified ember, this thing will just die, but it's honestly a huge waste. Calcified ember here is much less of a waste. Okay, that's fine. This is too entertaining at this point, guys. Just way, way too entertaining. The only thing, like, I'm just excited for when we get our next, like, upgrades for our champion. There's literally nothing feels like it can go wrong at this point, which is probably a bad thing, because that means something probably will. So we can torch, kill that. We could go for Titan's Gratitude here, but there's a chance we ditch the Calcified Ember, which isn't good. We could Calcified Ember right here to ensure that this guy dies. This thing's only going to take 21 damage, though. He's got 48 health. This still has a spell shield of 5. This is tough. This is tough right here. Let's do this. Is that just gonna... That's gonna hit the first enemy, so it'll just whelp into that and we won't get any damage. We can do it here. Won't add much value. Let's do it there. And then here we'll hit that just to throw away one of the spell shields. That actually gave him more armor, so that was a bad idea. Alright, well, we're gonna take some hits on the pyre, it seems like. And that's mainly just because we didn't clear this alabaster statue fast enough, which is definitely a misplay on my part. But I don't think it's gonna be fatal by any means, so I'm not super worried about it either. Like, I think we're probably fine here. Yeah, we're gonna take... There we go. Not a big problem. Oh, I thought that was gonna maybe be the last round there, but I guess not. More armor for the statue. Lovely. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice for right here. Do we have armor on anyone at the moment? Not yet, but we could. We have this, so we'll sack that, gain an energy, draw a card, or gain 2 energy, draw a card. This guy's already pretty hurt. 15 isn't gonna kill him, but it's not gonna make him feel very good. Oh, it is gonna kill him. Okay. He's dead. And then we still have Titan's Tooth, which we can cast down here. That seems alright. And then up here, we can cast Hornbreak, which will give him armor, but we won't have enough left over to do Battering Ram. We could do Battering Ram here, though, and he's dead. Beautiful. Okay, so we still gotta kill this thing, which is what it is. I'm not super worried about it. Like, we've cleared enough out that it's not a huge problem at the moment. Oof, this is a tough one in and of itself, isn't it? So let's go ahead and put one of these guys down up here to just help with a little more damage up top. We definitely want a Calcified Ember here, which will kill that guy. I was hoping we'd have enough left to Frenzied Swarm, but I'm honestly okay with it. We're still gonna beat the tar out of that angel. Get her. Get her. Take Fell out. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Stack that spell weakness. 3 spell weakness. That's awesome. Let's see. Harness the Titan is great here. Torch we don't really need to use anywhere else, so we can just use it here. And then we have Titan's Gratitude times 2. We have to hope that this doesn't hit the other Titan's Gratitude, but it probably will. Yeah, it did. Okay. Kind of expected that to happen, but it's not the end of the world. We're only gonna deal 95 damage to this thing until it dies. That's crazy. That's because it has double strike. It's super powerful, and we didn't get the chance to sap it right here. Did I waste the sap spell earlier? No, it's not consumed. Okay, so we could still get the sap spell next round and it'd be okay. This boss right here is just rough. Just patently rough. Because of that double strike and that 10 damage. However, she does have 4 spell weaknesses on her. Oh, it's too good, guys. It's too good. Okay. So we can sap here. I think we sap. And then we do this. Massive damage shield. And then we just let it go. This will also continue to apply spell weakness, so we're gonna stack a lot of spell weakness. Oh yeah. We for sure win this now. It's that spell weakness that's gonna do it, guys. I'm telling you right now. We're at spell weakness 8 right now. If we get to 9, or 10 rather, okay. That's pretty good. Do we have any of the... Let's check the deck. Do we have any of the... Oh, we don't have any of the 100 damage spells left, unfortunately. Okay, so what do we have? That's a better question. This is risky. If we discard this, it's going to hurt us a lot. But if we don't play this, we're also going to lose out on a lot of damage. Like, that would cut her health in half. Oh, Titan's Tooth is going to blow that spell weakness too, though. I feel like we have to do this. But I also feel like this is a good choice. Okay, that was worth... That's also worth... if we top deck that armor damage spell, that could be really useful here. Unfortunately, we burned through all of our spell weakness here. So this might actually be the end of our run. I guess time will tell. Oh, that's it, guys. That's it. It was such a good run. It was such a good run. Alright, well, we made it that far. It was such a good run, but it was still amazing. I'm okay with it. If we go back to the main menu, we can see what new... Oh, we didn't even unlock new stuff. Well, I guess we got the Umbra, so I'll check them out in the next one of these that we do.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!